Crytek, what the fuck is you doing, man?
Skip it up and that up.
Yo, I told you not until Friday.
Motherfucker, you can't wait till Friday, man. Your ass is becoming irrelevant. I need to save you, bitch.
What are you talking about?
Man, I've been inspectionalizing your social blade, motherfucker. You gain like 3 subs a day now, bitch.
Coco, who gives a shit, man? There's something wrong with YouTube. Everyone's talking about it. It'll fix itself.
Hey, yo, review my belly button looks like the eye of a hurricane USA. Let me break it down for you real talk right now, man. On the real, you got the same sub growth as DSP Gaming, man. It's not a good look, dog. I'm here to resculationalize your ass with the 8th wonder of the world, man.
Oh, gee, what would the 8th wonder of the world be? You?
My motherfucking nuts, motherfucker.
Alright, I'm done. Give me the damn headset back, please.
Your man tits are flopping like pancakes, motherfucker. Get up, motherfucker. Ah, goddamn, motherfucker. Eat some Christmas cookies, you Rush Limbaugh looking bitch.
That actually sounds like a good idea, to be honest with you.
So as many of you know, Crytek, the developers behind series like Crysis and Rise Son of Rome, have been in financial trouble in the past. Just recently, it has been noted that staff in Crytek's Frankfurt, Germany headquarters have not been paid on time. There was also another time in the past that Crytek staff have not been paid in a timely fashion. And if it wasn't for a licensing deal with Amazon back in 2014 that was worth between 50 and 70 million, where Amazon used Crytek's engine to build their own free engine called Lumberyard, Crytek would have went under probably a couple years ago. So they've been on thin ice financially for quite a while. Well, things have finally come to a head today. Crytek has officially announced that they are shutting down all of their studios, save for Frankfurt and Kiev, and they said that the CryEngine will remain a core pillar of the company's strategy from here on out. This is the statement officially from Crytek. Crytek today outlined a series of changes to its future business plans that will see the company refocus on its core strengths of developing innovative games and game development technology. As part of the changes, Crytek will concentrate on development in its Frankfurt and Kiev studios and continue to develop and work on premium IPs. CryEngine will remain a core pillar of Crytek's overall strategy, with enterprise licenses and indie developers alike continuing to be served by regular engine updates. All other development studios will not remain within Crytek, and management has put plans into action to secure jobs and to ensure a smooth transition and stable future. Now, this comes from Crytek co-founder and managing director Avni Yerli. This is what he had to say about the changes to Crytek. Undergoing such transitions is far from easy, and we'd like to sincerely thank each and every staff member, past and present, for their hard work and commitment to Crytek. These changes are part of the essential steps we are taking to ensure Crytek is a healthy and sustainable business moving forward that can continue to attract and nurture our industry's top talent. The reasons for this have been communicated internally along the way. Our focus now lies entirely on the core strengths that have always defined Crytek: world-class developers, state-of-the-art technology, and innovative game development. And we believe that going through this challenging process will make us a more agile, viable, and attractive studio primed for future success. Well, there you have it, folks. Just like THQ, Crytek is a sign of the times. Now, granted, Crytek isn't completely shutting its doors like THQ originally did, but Lord knows what's going to happen in the future. Let's see if they could survive now that it's not as costly to keep Crytek open with all of its subdivisions. But this just proves that if you're a AAA game developer, even though Crytek is considered an indie developer, a very big, or was a very big indie developer, they had 700 employees and multiple subdivisions, which with the lack of notable games that they had, I don't really know why they had so many subdivisions, but I guess that's kind of, irrelevant now. But if you don't have that huge AAA multi-$100 million or multi-billion dollar game that when you release it once a year or once every other year, or if you don't have something like Rockstar has with the Grand Theft Auto series where they cannot release a game for 6 years, and when it comes out they make so much goddamn money that they end up doing okay financially. If you don't have something like that, you're going under, man. Games are too expensive. They cost too much money to make, and if you aren't putting out a product that people want to buy and you aren't making money hand over fist, you're done. It's too costly now. I mean, think about it. What did Crytek really have when it came to IPs? Now, I don't know why they sat on fucking Time Splitters. I think that would have been phenomenal if they actually came out with the new Time Splitters, but they didn't. But what did they have? Crysis? Crysis 3 was a dud. I didn't think it was a bad game, but it didn't do what, Crytek and EA wanted it to do. But what did it have? Crysis was teetering on being irrelevant. It pretty much is irrelevant now. What else did they have? Rise, Son of Rome? They didn't have anything. And what the hell did they have so many offices for besides their headquarters in Frankfurt, Germany, when they really weren't pumping out that much product? I mean, their subsidiaries were Crytek Black Sea, Crytek Istanbul, Crytek Seoul, Crytek Shanghai, Crytek Kiev, Crytek Budapest. Now, Kiev's staying open, but the rest of those are closing down. What the hell did you have so many subdivisions for, Crytek? Did you just want to bleed money for the hell of it? I mean, you had your headquarters in Frankfurt, Germany, and you had 6 subsidiaries. And from 2004 to 2017, I'm also including upcoming games they're supposedly working on, you've released 13 games. And of those 13 games, 2 of those were iOS and Android games. So what the hell were you doing with all these people and all these subdivisions of your company? Were you all just sitting around having a circle jerk session? You couldn't have worked on a remastered version of Time Splitters, for Christ's sake? Now look, I understand working on a very, very powerful engine like the CryEngine takes a lot of manpower and a lot of man hours. I'm not saying they were sitting around doing nothing, but it just seems like overkill to have so many subdivisions and so many people when you're not releasing that many games. And I think that's part of what financially bit Crytek in the ass, along with the fact they had no must-buy IPs like a lot of other companies had. It's a tough market out there, man. If you don't have that game that people are lining up out the door for when it comes out, if you don't have that game that people get hyped for, you're in deep shit. You're in deep financial shit. We've seen it time and time again. And I hope that Crytek does stick around, because it was Crysis that got me back into PC gaming back in 07. I remember sitting at my old job and I was talking to him how much I love the 360 and how 360 got me back into gaming. And I remember the guys I work with saying, "Oh man, you got to try Crysis for the PC. You know, the game consoles, the 360 and the PS3 can't even handle it. It looks so beautiful. It's one of the best games out I've ever played, blah, 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 blah." And, you know, it got me, that was a thing. Can it run Crysis? And you would just try to, you know, tweak your machine a little bit more, or even if you didn't have the money to upgrade your hardware, you would push the hardware you had to the limit to try to get Crysis to run like at medium settings at 720p. Yeah, true story. I tried to get Crysis to run at 720p and maintain around 30 frames per second on an 8600 GT NVIDIA graphics card. That was a challenge. But anyway, I don't want to see Crytek go under. I hope them. It sucks to see people lose their jobs. I hate seeing anybody lose their job. But if this is what Crytek needed to do to survive, I hope it works out for them. I want to see them stay around, because I do think they're a talented company, and I do think that the CryEngine is a pretty kick-ass engine. All right, folks, this is Rich of Review Tech USA. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting my channel. Have a good one.
Pretend my nuts are mistletoe, motherfucker.
Oh my, will you go the fuck away? I've never met a person that stresses me out more than he does, and I see him like twice a year.